So a new GTA 6 leak has hit the web saying that GTA 6 is going to have a female protagonist. This is coming from Tom Henderson, who is supposedly a reliable Call of Duty leaker, and he posted on Twitter, for the first time ever in a GTA title, GTA 6 will have a playable female and male protagonist. At this point, I'm no longer putting any stock in these GTA 6 leaks because 9 times out of 10 they turn out to be false. Remember last year when that guy on 4chan said that GTA 6 was being announced in March? Obviously did not come to pass. So after that, I was no longer paying attention to these leaks. But there are some things that are brought up in these leaks that are still worth talking about in a hypothetical sense. You know, what if GTA 6 actually did have these features that Mr. Leaker is saying it's going to have? And in this case, what if GTA 6 does end up having a female protagonist? And that's obviously what I'm talking about in this video, my thoughts on that subject. And my thoughts on said subject are, sure, why not? Why not have a female protagonist? It's something different for the GTA franchise. It would be a breath of fresh air from a protagonist point of view. But looking at what Tom Henderson said on Twitter, it'll have a playable female and male protagonist. So doing some quick maths, that's 2 protagonists down from the 3 that GTA 5 gave us. And ever since reading that, my mind's actually been going a little bit all over the place in terms of, you know, the possibilities of having a male and female protagonist. And I think it would be really cool if the dynamic between these 2 lead characters was kind of like the couple in Pulp Fiction who are holding up that diner. You know, a criminal couple who are robbing these small places trying to get a bit of money, but then they're slowly rising up through the criminal underworld of whatever city the game takes place in, to the point where, you know, they're interacting with the big kingpins. I could really get behind something similar to that. I think that kind of protagonist dynamic has a lot of potential in the story and how the missions are put together with them doing different parts. Basically kind of like GTA 5 but with 2 protagonists instead of 3, and 2 protagonists who are more closely linked. Maybe they actually are a married couple, or they're just a couple who are maybe in a business relationship, I don't know. But I like the idea of that kind of protagonist dynamic and that kind of story for GTA 6. But as always with these GTA 6 wish lists and speculations and whatnot, I'm not marrying myself to these ideas, so I'm not going to be disappointed when, you know, the announcement comes out and that's not what GTA 6 is. For all we know, maybe there is no female protagonist in GTA 6 because, again, it's all hypothetical, it's all speculation, but it's still fun to talk about. There is an outcome that can be interpreted from this leak that I hope doesn't end up being the case, which is the protagonist of GTA 6 being a created character, kind of like in the vein of Far Cry and Cyberpunk, where you choose the gender, you choose the appearance, and you modify the character accordingly. The characters that Rockstar come up with are some of the most memorable characters that I've ever experienced in games, both protagonist and supporting characters. It's one of the reasons amongst many that I actually look forward to the next Rockstar game, is to see what characters they come up with next. I mean, one of the reasons, amongst many, that Red Dead Redemption 2 is my favourite game of all time is because of the main character Arthur Morgan and how much I attached myself to that character and how much I cared for that character. So if they get rid of that for GTA 6 and the main character is just somebody that you create the way you want to, that'll be a massive element of the game completely lost. So I really hope Rockstar don't go in that direction, and I doubt they'll go in that direction because they're all about telling stories with their single player experiences with characters for you to get invested in and to care about. So yeah, I doubt it, but you never know what could happen. They might just want to change it up for the sake of being different, but I guess we'll just have to wait with bated breath as always. So those are my quick thoughts on GTA 6 possibly having a female protagonist. So I'll now hand it over to you guys. What do you think about this leak? Do you believe this leak? Do you want the leak to be true? Would you like to see a female protagonist? And what kind of protagonist would you guys like to see in GTA 6 in general? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all later.